With the end of the month coming to a close, I finally reached Mythic. And I know what you're thinking, took you long enough. Trust me, I know. But now that we're in Mythic, I thought today, me and the Mardu mob, we would celebrate with the classic. We're talking about Mardu control, so you know it's going to be fire. Cue the intro. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we have a Mardu mob special for you. We're getting back to our roots. We're getting back to our favorite deck style. We're talking about Mardu control, and we're playing our favorite dragon, Velomachus Lorehold. So you know it's going to be a really fun deck today. And Mardu got a lot of cool new tools that I cannot wait to show you from the new Innistrad set. Before I break this deck down, though, as always, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. It's a free way to help support the channel. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll be notified whenever we post a video, which is 3 times a week. And we do go live every Wednesday, so you don't want to miss out. Hit that little bell. You'll be notified. All right, guys, let's talk about the list here. So it's a very classic style of control deck. We control the board as hard as we can as far as removal goes. You know, keeping your life total as high as you can, you know, getting card value as best you can. And then eventually we try to win the game and cheese out the game with the Velomachus Lorehold for some explosive top end damage and, you know, free spells. So how do we get there? Well, with Mardu, it's tough. We don't have access to blue. So, you know, drawing a lot of cards is few and far between in the colors of Mardu right now. I think it needs a little bit of help in that department, but some really great spells to do so are, you know, Deadly Disputes. So we got a full play set of Deadly Disputes with, you know, paired up really nicely with the Eye Twitch. We've all seen this combo, right? It's a very nice 1-2 punch for the deck. It allows access to a sideboard, which is nice, but it also gains us, you know, some treasures and some card advantage. It eventually gets us to a cheaper Velomachus Lorehold, which is phenomenal, right? Well, you're also going to need some more things to sacrifice with Deadly Dispute, because if you are relying on one Eye Twitch and one Deadly Dispute, you're not always going to have those 2 cards at the same time, right? So you're going to need some other options for Deadly Dispute to hit. So this deck does have ways to generate a lot of tokens through a new card called Sunset Revelry. This card right here is phenomenal at getting you back into a game. And with the control shell, you're typically you're going to be playing from behind anyways, and you're going to make a big swing at the end once you've stabilized. This is a great card to help you do that because it's only 2 mana, and if one of these 3 things on the card resolves, you're in good shape. But if all 3 can resolve, you're in great shape. So what this card says is you can do all 3 of these things if you play this spell. But if your opponent has more life than you, you gain 4 life. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. And if an opponent has more cards than us, we draw a card. So we can get a card, 4 life, and 2 little 1/1s out of this card, which we can sack to Deadly Dispute and use for chump blockers. But it's also some card engine, you know, we get a little bit of card advantage, things like that. And the life gain is actually a nice little touch too. But do not ever be afraid to play this for just the 2 1/1 humans, especially when you have Deadly Dispute in your hand. It could be very helpful. We've also got a ton of removal tools. We have Infernal Grasp, 3 of. It's a brand new card from Innistrad. Nice little removal tool. And then we run Rip Apart, which is kind of unusual. This card is not really anywhere right now, and it does have a place in this deck, I think. A splashing of 2 of in this deck is really nice because Asika's Chariot is everywhere, and so being able to destroy artifacts and enchantments is really, really nice on this card. But it's also a pretty hefty shot, you know, for 3 damage. You know, that's pretty good removal, especially for a lot of the things in the meta, you know, especially with those mono green decks. And then Vanishing Verse obviously hits a lot of things too, especially with the new Planeswalker out there. Ren and 7, you're going to want to exile those types of things. So we have a couple of Vanishing Verses. We've also got 2 Meathook Massacres, because this is not going to be our main source of removal as far as sweepers go. We actually have a brand new card called Burn Down the House. This will be our main sweeper. It does 5 damage across the board to all creatures and Planeswalkers. But if you're ahead in the game and you're actually getting to the late game and you've got a Velomachus coming down and you actually hit a Burn Down the House, you're not going to want to kill your own Velomachus. So you can actually cast the second part of this card instead, which is to create 3 1/1 devils that have haste. So you can get a little bit of a creature advantage as well. And these also deal 1 damage when they die, which is why the Meathook Massacre is also really great. If you have a couple of these on the field and then later your opponent starts building value over you again, you can sweep the board, you know, and we could deal damage every time a creature dies already with a Meathook Massacre, but then you're dealing an extra damage because of our devils. It's a really nice little combination there. We've also got 3 Starnheim Unleashed for over top value towards the end of a game. And of course, we have a couple Lorehold commands here because Lorehold command is probably one of the better commands. It's just, you know, it costs so much that it's typically not played too much. But the fact that it's in Boros colors is really nice for our Mardu list. And in our land is as follows. We have 2 hives, and then we also have 2 of all the snarls and ridges. And then of course the full play sets of the dual lands. And then if you want to see our sideboard, go over here. We have 2 environmental sciences here. We have reduced to memory, start from scratch, introduction to prophecy for some card draw, 1 mascot exhibition, and then 1 confront the past to deal with some of those planeswalkers. But that is the deck in a nutshell. We have the link down below to the Aether Hub. You can check that out and they'll give you the full deck list. You can import that right into Arena. But we're going to get into the gameplay footage now. We have a whole lot to get through. So enjoy the gameplay footage and we'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, here we go. Going to get to play a little bit of Mardu today. I'm pretty excited about it. A little bit of Mardu control. Some Velomachus over the top action. Love me some Velomachus, man. And then our starting hand here is actually really nice. No red sources, which is a little unfortunate, but still a really nice starting hand with the eye twitch early. Able to find us in environmental sciences, fix our red problems, and then yeah, we're off to the races from there. Let's get this thing started. All right, I think we're good on mana right now. I would like to see like a Deadly Dispute off the top would be fantastic. Up against Jund, so we're gonna be sacrificing quite a bit here. Innistrad and Predator are gonna be probably the hardest thing for us to deal with. We'll see. They go right for the eye twitch, huh? And we get our Deadly Dispute, of course. Of course, isn't that how it always works? All right, let's get the red source. Gain 2 life, which feels great. At least the burn down the house can get us some targets as well for our sack ability on a dispute. We have a lot of ways to generate tokens in this deck to, you know, sack to our Deadly Dispute. So that's why it's in the deck. We've seen a Blood Chief's Thirst, and that's about it so far. I mean, that card's been good enough though for him. All right. Oh, another eye twitch. I like it. I like it. So we'll need another black source for this play. All right, got some removal, got some Deadly Dispute. I hope they invest more mana into killing this eye twitch just like the previous turn. That would be phenomenal. They do. Little Dragon's Fire action. Love to see it. Eye twitch down. And we'll grab a little bit of Mascot Exhibition. We have so much mana in hand, so we ramp up. All right, we get to discard a card though. That's fun. We need the red source, so. Velomachus Lorehold coming down a turn early. Sorry if that made a popping noise. I just hit my mic. My bad. All right, Velomachus is going to be able to, you know, get an attack off, I hope. But their spot removal has been pretty good so far. This is sorcery speed though, so we don't have to worry about that too much. More worried about, you know, things like Infernal Grasp being played against me. All right, so we've got Lorehold command ready to go. I could just foretell it Starnheim. Tricky turn, man. Tricky turn. What do we want to do here? I think I'm gonna go, you know, Lorehold command here. Might just, I don't know. Maybe we give them some options with the burn down the house to maybe try to sweep the board. Maybe we try to get them to bite and, you know, play some more cards, right? Some more spot removal or some more sweeper action, just something to get rid of this, you know, this board state of devils. Let's give them a little bit of a hard time with these and hope they try to take care of it. And if they do and waste their turn taking care of them, that makes our Lorehold a little bit safer when it comes down, right? Okay, they don't care. They're going straight for Goldspan. They said, we don't care about your little devils. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's good to know, though, that our Lorehold was going to be pretty worthless, too, on that play. So I'm happy we just decided to play it. All right, let's go with a black source. Lorehold command. I'm sorry, Lorehold Velomachus. This card right here is phenomenal against Goldspan Dragon because what's great about it is it's a big body to block Goldspan Dragon. What I don't like is how our opponent here is holding priority with 2 mana at instant speed, which tells me they probably have the Infernal Grasp Oh, they let the attack go through. So no matter what, we're getting the trigger off of the lore hold. Ooh, do we cast this or do we go here? I think we go here. Kill the gold span here. Velomachus Lorehold, such a phenomenal card, man. This dragon is phenomenal. Like, as far as the value you get off of it is insane. It's just the problem is that it costs 7, right? Like 7 mana is a lot to be, you know, on for anything, but it is so worth it if you can hit, man. It really is. A merchant, okay. Merchant not able to sacrifice anything this turn. Not enough mana to do so, so we can take care of it with the Infernal Grasp. Ooh, another Velomachus. I love that. All right, let's go Infernal Grasp. Get these 3 in for some damage here. We'll play the Eye Twitch and then foretell the Starnheim. I think that's a pretty solid turn here. I like it. I like it a lot, and we're down to 14, but our opponent down to 8. We have a lot of scary critters on the board. Basically, our entire board is if you kill it, we get something really good out of it. So please, by all means, if you want to play a sweeper at this point, please do. They play a gold span, which is fine. The Eye Twitch is a body to put in front of it. Looks like they got another Dragon's Fire, I'm assuming, or something along those lines. Could be Bloodchief's Thirst too, though. Dragon's Fire it is. And what do we want? Probably another Environmental Sciences, I would think. But either way, not great because our opponent's got that gold span floating out here. Now we got to throw out the Unleashed if we don't get a land. That works though. That works. I am afraid to play the Unleashed for maybe I'm not, because then they'd have to sweep the board, right? If I did this for 2, they would have to sweep the board. So I could do this and do it for 2. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so if they have another Dragon's Fire, it doesn't really do anything for them. It kills one of the angels, but the other one is still in front of the gold span, so they can't get through. So they would need double Dragon's Fire here or a sweeper. I like it. Nice. We're doing okay then. Oh, we're doing okay. I got an answer for that. Answer's ready to go for that one. And then Velomachus for the win. They don't care. They throw down the gold span. Sure. And I'm pretty sure this might be game here for... Yeah, this is game. This is game, ladies and gentlemen. GG's. Nice and easy first dub against Jund. I like their deck, though. Jund treasures, like dragons and treasures. That's nice. I like their deck a lot. And even if they somehow survive this and my math was off for whatever reason, which I know it's not, we have Lorehold Command to deal an extra 3. So first game Mythic. Love to see it. GG's. GG's, my friend. That was a fun one. All right, solid first game. Loving me some Mardu, man. I'm loving it. Loving Mardu, man. Dude, it's always gonna be the best when I play. Whenever I get to post a Mardu list, you know, it's always gonna be a good day. This hand, though, ooh, oof, I'm asking for it with this one. Let's go ahead and mulligan this bad boy away. I think we could do a lot better than that. This is so much better. Okay, Starnheim Unleashed can get out. Unfortunately, hate to say that, but we've got a better line to take here with this Deadly Dispute. Velomachus Lorehold a little early feels pretty good. Gonna play this for red, just because we have the burn down the house. I think I'm going to just sit on this Eye Twitch until they try to remove it. I don't know. What is this? Whenever a Hexblade enters the battlefield, okay, draw a card. Okay, that's fine. Gosh, if I miss a land drop, it could be pretty detrimental. I think I have to go for this. Eye Twitch. so glad I did. So glad that I did. Okay. I would have regretted that so badly. All right, let's go. I almost didn't too. I was like, oh, you know, I'll try to get a little bit more beat down out of it. And then potentially they'll try to remove it off the field, committing a card to the, you know, removal, and then we'll sack it, you know, kind of getting them with the gotcha moment. But that would have been horribly wrong. All right, we take 2 here. There's nothing really special about this after it's entered the battlefield. It's already kind of got its value. So I'm not too worried about that, other than the fact that it is what it is, and the fact that it's a creature. It's a 2/2. That's pretty much it. All right, could blow it up here with the rip apart. Artifacts and enchantments. I'm trying to think for Rakdos, and they're obviously going off of a treasure plan. I don't think this rip apart is going to be very good as far as that goes. So it might be worth actually just blowing this up. These we're going to need for Goldspan Dragons. It's going to end our turn. We are hurting for mana. This is going to be a very, very tough game. The mana is definitely not there right now. This says whenever... Here, let me get out of the way for you guys. When Jade Spell enters the battlefield, if mana from treasure is spent on it, gains first strike and haste till the end of the turn. Okay, so another card that doesn't do a whole lot for them right away. Okay, I guess we rinse, repeat. We have 2 rip aparts in our entire deck, and we drew them both before we drew our 4th mana. Another really tough card to deal with. We're gonna have to discard a card in order to kill that thing. There we go. It's not a bad draw. We finally get a land here. Gonna need to, you know, see some red here. Do we want to discard a card for killing it? Or do we want to waste our treasure creating an angel that can block it? All right. There are a couple ways we could do this play, right? We can create this angel, which goes in front of the regent. It's a threat to block. It's probably going to get removed, right? From our opponent's removal spells or something. Which we expect, but if they don't, it's definitely worth playing over trying to kill the regent, because the regent has a ward effect on it that makes us discard a card. So if they do end up killing the 4/4 though, we're gonna have no choice then but to kill the regent through our grasp and discard a card, because this thing is going to get massive. They hit me with a Dragon's Fire. I don't know if they thought that was going to deal 4. Okay. So they used 2 cards to kill it. That's a huge value swing in our favor. All right. So now it's an 8/8. So this is pretty much do or die. Like, this thing's got to go. I really hate doing this, but if we're being smart here, that's the play. Could create 2 1/1s. That's about it. Or I'm sorry, we could create 4 life with this. That's about it. I don't think that's worth it. I just need to find some mana off the top, man. It's not a terrible spot to be in, you know, whenever what you need is just mana, as long as you're not being pressured. If the opponent is getting flooded, I'd rather be the one that has no mana than getting flooded, to be honest. But we still, I mean, if we could draw some mana off the top, this hand could be really, really good. There we go. There we go. Let the games begin, baby. Let the games begin. Hope they play something here. No, nothing. All right. We'll do the classic, you know, deal 3, gain 3, create a token. Pretty standard. More mana now. Okay, we're flowing now. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna wait till Sunset Revelry can draw us a card, because if they don't play anything, you know, every single turn, they're gonna eventually, you know, have more cards than me. So that's what we're gonna wait on that for. Having instant speed removal feels really nice, especially against the merchant here. Merchant has nothing to target, so let's go ahead and get rid of it. Doing it with the Vanishing Verse, because the Vanishing Verse has less targets than the Grasp, right, when it comes to creatures. Because if they play something multicolored, it's, you know, it's gonna be pretty useless. But at the same time, this could hit more targets like Planeswalkers and stuff. So you're just kind of, you know, making a decision based on not a lot of information, unfortunately. Another magic missile. All right, let's put some pressure on him. Let's put some pressure on our friend here. And if they run sweepers, the beauty of these 1/1s is that they're going to deal an extra 1 on their way out. So that's a total of 6 damage. I could attack again too and even throw down a meat hook of our own and gain a lot of value that way. Because our own meat hook would deal them quite a bit of damage. But I think if they're not going to deal with it, might as well just keep swinging away, right? So we have the Infernal Grasp for hasty things like the Goldspan Dragon. So I think we're sitting pretty right now. Shambling Ghast, don't really care. Don't really care. I mean, there's nothing our opponent's doing at the moment. They might have a Deadly Dispute, looks like, maybe? No? Alright. Gonna take one here. They're probably gonna try to kill my other one. That's fine too. And we are in range for lethal next turn. Oh no, we're not. I'm sorry. That was a mistake. I apologize. I thought we were in range, but we are not. I was 1 off. All's well. I kind of like where we're sitting at as far as, you know, where the game stands. We're driving this bus for sure. Their deck is kind of strange though. It's like a Rakdos treasure list, but I haven't seen the gold span yet. I've seen a lot of new cards. I don't know. It's definitely different, that's for sure. I have an idea to win the game here. It's going to be a little bit of trickery here, but I'm going to... No, never mind. I'm just kidding. That's not going to work. This could draw me a card, though. Yeah, let's draw a card. Let's draw a card. And it's a land. Yikes. If they somehow kill this 1/1 and have an answer for my 3/3 land... Nope. No answers. Okay. They are donezo. We had the 3/3 land over here sitting there too to just kind of finish them off. So good game. All right, let's see if we can keep this win streak going, man. Let's see if we can keep it going. Oh, see, now this is a good starting hand. I like this. A couple removal spells, some late game action, and some sweepers. I like this. I like it a lot. All right, kick it off with the plains, or did we kick it off with the swamp? I'm not sure. Might top deck. Either way, it's fine. All right. Plains it is. Ugh. I hope you're all having a fantastic Monday, by the way, guys. This weekend was a lot of fun for myself, man. We had a little family get together. Something we weren't able to do for a long time. Really enjoyed it, man. We watched some UFC fights. It was a really good time. Hope you guys had a great weekend yourselves. Hope this kicks off your week right, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of entertainment, a little bit of new deck action. All right, we got a couple of okay, so we're up against mono white. I actually don't mind this at all. Pretty happy about this matchup. The fact that we have Burn Down the House in hand makes me feel very good about this. This does make everything 1 more expensive on our turn, which is totally fine because we're on turn 3, so we can cast either of these here. I just hope we don't get a Spellbinder, but I'm sure that's what's going to happen here. All right. I'm going to do this. That's a little bit more of a bolder move there, you know, removing that off the field instead of focusing on the creatures, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay. This is also another pretty bold move, I think, but again, I think we're okay. This 4/4 is a great way to deter them from playing, you know, a 3/1 flyer like Spellbinder. At the same time, it slows down their attacks quite a bit. Could buy us some time. Nope, doesn't buy us any time at all. They Portable Hole it immediately. Well played. And an Aspirant. Okay, so that gets a little bigger. That also gets a little bigger. We take 6. Burn Down the House comes in though here and resets the board. Little board reset here, doesn't hurt. I love that they're not running Snow Mana. No Faceless Haven means we're safe for another turn. They play a Desperation Apparition. We love it. We love it. All right. Foretell you. Say go. We're going to probably use the Infernal Grasp on the Apparition. Or if they play something else that's, you know, more dangerous. But probably the Apparition. All right. We take 2 regardless, which does suck. It does suck to take 2 here in this spot, but we do get 2 angels on this next go. That feels pretty good. Because you know they're not running Doomscar, right? They're mono white. There's really no reason for them to be running Doomscar. They're trying to fill up the board as much as they can, so why run Doomscar and, you know, reset? But our 4/4 angel should be able to survive. Portable hole is pretty much the only thing we got to worry about. We can gain 4 life here off this bad boy and draw a card if we do it this way. Nice. Nice. And we still have the mana to hit a Deadly Dispute on one of these angels if something goes sideways, if they try to portable hole one of these. There is a new you know, exile white creature that does transform into a werewolf on the red side. So if they do play that and try to exile one of these 4/4s, like I said, we got a Dispute ready to go. And we answer right back with an even bigger Starnheim Unleashed. So I really don't see how we lose this one, to be honest. Mono white, eat your heart out. I am going to try to make a very competitive mono green list, I think, here pretty soon. Maybe not for the next video, but the follow-up video. Because the new set is going to, you know, the new ranks are going to come out here in a couple of days. So probably by Friday, we'll be trying to climb a ladder again. And I'm going to try to make a really fast aggro mono green deck. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's a little different from what we normally do, but I just personally I've run into quite a few decks here, and I think mono green is by far, I think, the most consistent in my opinion. And there are some versions of it that I think are a little under represented as far as mono green goes. Like there's a style of mono green that I've seen that just absolutely shreds, and I think we could do something with it. I think we'll be able to climb the ladder pretty good with it. I'm trying my best this next month, guys. I'm going to try my best. Absolutely try my best to climb ladder as quick as possible. I want a number next to our name. So this whole getting to Mythic the last week every time is just, it always bothers me. All right, we got an eye twitch down though early. 2 Velomachus in hand, not ideal, but I mean they are there, so that's good. And it looks like we're up against an aggressive matchup again, so we're gonna want another burning down the house, or if we can somehow get a Meat Hook Massacre. All right, so equipped creature gets 2/1, and whenever it dies, you may have the Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct. All right. Excuse me. All right, we're gonna let him think we're mono black for a minute. Hold the blocks and the Deadly Dispute. Deadly Dispute's gonna put us in a spot where we can get Velomachus out of turn early, which we'd love. That gains haste. Yikes. They leave back the Usher. Smart. But I was going to do this either way, so that worked out for us really well. I'm going to grab this, I think. Interesting. Sunset Revelry makes things very interesting. How do we want to do this? I think we play the Vanishing Verse on the Charger, right? So we're going to need a white source here, and I'd prefer not to eat a treasure. So I can't play the Snarl. Let's play it like this. And, yeah, I think that's it. All right, pass the turn. And we're going to have to discard a card, huh? So 1 Velomachus will have to go. I'm not too afraid of the removal that they have, so I think 1 Velomachus should be enough to get the job done. They're trying to be super aggressive and kill us before we can play things like the Velomachus Lorehold, but I think we've got plenty here. Plenty of cards here to help us get to where we need to go. They think they're going to deal 5 damage to us, but unfortunately for them, we've got a way to exile the Charger, which deals no damage to us. I could exile their Usher of the Fallen too if I want to get feisty, but I do not want to lose my treasure. So we'll take the 2. Target creature gets 2/2. Warrior may attach equipment. Well, I guess that answers that. No Velomachus early. No Velomachus early. We're just going to go ahead and kill both of these. That's a lot of value we just gained, so that's why we did it that way, unfortunately. Go Snarl. Oh, I could have... Oh, you know, I messed that up. I could have gone Mountain here, then played the Snarl, and it wouldn't have had to have come in tapped. But either way, I wasn't going to play my Sunset Revelry, so it didn't matter. But just something to think about, guys. You should have played the Sciences there in that spot. Grab the Mountain, and then played your Snarl. The fact that we're this late into the game and haven't taken damage, I'm okay with how this is turning out so far. All right, Sunset Revelry seems fun because we get to 2, but at the same time, I think we can get a card out of it sooner than later. Let's just go ahead and match their pace here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's match their pace. If you want to go 3 for 3, we're going to win this race. They only have 2 lands. That's nice. I didn't even realize that. They probably run so little lands, to be honest, because their creatures are all probably 1 and 2 drops. All right, that's fine. Oof, another one, huh? All right, we're definitely going to have to drop these 1/1s and just start chump blocking this thing until it gets flying, of course. I'm sure that's going to happen anytime now. We just drew the nuts there. Oh, no. Wait. Okay, we still have enough mana. I thought we didn't have enough mana to play it because of this. I totally forgot about the extra charge. Yikes, that could have been bad. We got away with one there. I am worried about them playing that card that switches things over to the Usher, right? That card, that 1 mana, the card that they had earlier that they played. This one here. It switches over... you know, something to this. So I am going to block and I'm going to kill this. So kill the Usher and then use the 3/2 to block the Charger. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the butt, but we'll see. It could. I'm trying to get a little more out of the play. Could cost me from being greedy, but we're about to find out, I guess. But if I would have blown up the Charger and then created a 3/3, they would have, yep, perfect. They would have played that on their other creature. So I'm glad I actually ended up doing it that way. That's pretty huge. Super happy about that. All right, let's go. Velomachus Lorehold. Let's kill this thing, right? Vanishing Verse. My best friend. My best friend. Good to see you. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah. Oh, we love it, baby. Let's go. All right. Burning down the house. Devils. And say hello to my little friend. Let's go. Sunset Revelry does nothing because we're so far ahead. That's usually the best, right? Is when you're holding a Sunset Revelry, depending on how good it is how good you're doing in the game. So if it does nothing, you're in a pretty good spot. GG's, my friend. All right. That was a really good game. I like how many answers we were able to put up against them. That was really good. All right, let's get one more game in here. Got about a 5 more minute slot we can fill in here, so one more ought to do it. And we've got the Eye Twitch and a Deadly Dispute, so definitely gonna keep this bad boy. And gonna need to find some more red, because we do have Vanishing Version. I like it over the Rip Apart, right? So trying to prioritize which colors we play is going to be important based on what turn 2 play we're going to want to see. But no matter what, we are playing Eye Twitch first and Deadly Dispute, so got to play black first, that's for sure. Hopefully we top deck another land and it will help us figure out what we want to do with this one, because not knowing what to do between these two can cost us pretty big. All right, so I'm going to choose white. And I'm going to hold up Deadly Dispute. I hope they go for something here to try to kill this Eye Twitch, but seeing a snow green source, highly doubt it. Yep, it's just the wolves. So in that case, we go here. Rip Apart's really nice against the ranger. 2 lands. All right. All right. I think Rip Apart's the play here. Taking my time here, just trying to figure out which sort of options I have here. I think Rip Apart's the best play here because that hunter class can get really, really annoying. Like I said, I always like to try to keep my treasures if I can. I know I could have foretold something there or used my Vanishing Verse or even went to Environmental Sciences, but I like to keep the treasure because it gets Velomachus down a turn early, and having Velomachus as a 7-drop is never easy to accomplish. So that's a good target for my Vanishing Verse. And what's nice is I don't have to do it right this second. I can do it on my turn. So again, saving my treasures. We could even go Sunset Revelry 2 here, which is nice. Red or white? Probably white, right? And then Sunset Revelry after we cast this, and we get all 3 triggers. We get the 2 creatures, the card draw, and life gain. Seems good enough for me. Seems good enough for me. And we got a Massacre off the top. That feels really good. This gets our final red source. Beautiful, man. Things are going about as smooth as they can possibly go. I thought for sure mono green might be the one that was shut us down hard, but looks like we're gonna have an okay match, I think. Then we see a Seeker's Chariot though, and they go, I don't know about that. They skip attack. Don't blame them. Another Revelry. I think for right now, we play the verse. It's tough, man. I think we actually allow them to activate a Seeker's Chariot, and then we use our Infernal Grasp on it. And then we use a Vanishing Verse on what's inevitably going to be their, Ren and 7 that hits the field. Because it's coming, right? So let's just prepare. Let's just prepare. So this turn, like I said, we chump with the 1/1s against these cats and these wolves and whatever, and then we blow up the Seeker's Chariot with the Infernal Grasp, and then we Vanishing Verse the Ren and 7, which is definitely going to come down. Yikes! Turn 5, mono green is nightmare. It is a nightmare. There it is. Nice. All right. Let's the question. This is a tough question. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. This can do 4. This is tough. This is really tough. I need a top deck of land here. I really need a top deck of land here. Because the Massacre will be able to hit these tree folk if I hit a land, because they're 5/5s. But if I don't hit a land, I'm going to severely regret not using my Infernal Grasp here to kill a Seeker's Chariot. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a bit of a bind. We Infernal Grasp the Seeker's Chariot right here and now. Nothing gets copied. Great. But if we don't draw, if we do draw a land, we're going to regret because we could have played this and just swept the board anyways. I think I have to do this though. And then just use my 1/1s to chump the best I can. We're not in a position at all to, get absolutely ran over here. You know what though? At the same time, that tree folk can get bigger. I didn't take that into account. Did not take that into account. Shoot. So unfortunate. I think we get screwed here because of all of that. It's all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The Deadly Dispute helps because we get another treasure back, right? And then if we can find another land, we still should be able to pull this off. Deadly Dispute gives us a land. We top deck a land. This becomes big enough to kill for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land. No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. Just kidding. Ah, this tree folk is just gonna be an absolute nightmare. I just need spot removal. That's what I need. Vanishing Verse, another Infernal Grasp, something like that. I'll block one of these. We'll take 4. 4 is okay. All right, we get another land. That feels good. Another eye twitch into another Deadly Dispute also feels pretty good. All right, we're working, man. We're working. We're getting there. Oh, the pack leader. I forgot about the pack leader. Not that we could have done anything about it, but the pack leader is going to draw them cards. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. They got that clue sitting out there, too. Can draw them a card. So they're going to get at least 2 cards off of this. Sheesh, man. That is not good. Either way, we do plan on hitting this Massacre, right? I mean, we're going to treasure again, right? So let's just block everything here. We're blocking everything as much as we can. No need to hold any critters back here because we're blowing up the board. Pack leader gonna get bigger. And this goes here. All right. So they might not use their mana to, you know, make their pack leader bigger anymore, seeing as they are getting chumped anyways. Oh, they get trampled though. All right. They get trampled. All right, we gain a treasure here. Super helpful. We just got a top deck of land though. Like an untapped version of a land. All right. Mascot could be really helpful here. Nice. Okay, we're good. We're good. We finally caught up to the 7/7 tree folk. We can finally blow it up. Hopefully they commit more to the board here. I would absolutely love that. No, they don't. All right, let me just double check my mana here. Make sure I did this right. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the 2. Yep, there it is. Let's hope no Snakeskin Veil. Snakeskin Veil blows us out. Hopefully that's not what happens here. We'll see. They're highlighting their tree folk. Oh no. Do they really have the Snakeskin Veil? Last chance. Yes. Okay, it goes through. Beautiful. All right, we gain a lot of life there. That's really big. Unfortunately though, they got that Hydra sitting out there. That can come down and do some serious damage. 5 damage. Not too afraid of it though. And Velomachus, you know, gonna get us a lot of value here in our next couple plays. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have just enough mana to play it too. What do we do? It's actually kind of tricky because what do we want to like? What could we top deck with the Velomachus here that would really help us? Starnheim would be decent. Rip Apart, it could be good. Sunset could be good. I guess Burn the House is also good because we create those. Yeah, I guess everything would be pretty helpful. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. And it is a big body, so I mean, they can't really just throw in a Seeker's Chariot freely. It would have to trade with the Velomachus once it gets the pump from the Ranger class. So, I like it. Revelry. Not the best card we could have pulled, but still decent. Still some bodies to block with. Plus, if they die blocking, you know, we gain, we deal damage to our opponent, so some value there. Some serious value. Oh no, that can kill enchantments and artifacts. I guess that's not terrible. Whatever. They can have it. They can have it. Hook Massacre did its job. We're back up to 17, so. A Seeker's Chariot. I think they're really contemplating whether or not to bring it down. It, like I said, it does go to 5, so it does make a clean trade with Velomachus. They might want to make that trade. I think I would let it go through and just chump block it with a 1/1, to be honest. I think eventually we're going to find a way to deal with these cats and wolves and whatnot. Super cute. Oh, Blizzard Brawl. Okay, well, there goes that plan. I mean, at least they're out of cards now, though, right? There's the plus side. All right, so how do we win now? We need to top deck some sweeper action, yeah? That's pretty good for the Seeker's Chariot, and we can play that as well. Okay, it's not terrible. That's not terrible. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. It is nighttime now, though. Yikes. Didn't take that into account, but it's fine. I don't think they're going to have a whole lot of wolf action here. They're mono green. They're not exactly gruel, so not too scared about that. Most of the cards you really are got to worry about on nighttime are the red ones. So what a game this is turning out to be. Got a lot of good cards here for this next turn, though. That's for sure. Wouldn't mind blowing up that 3/3 wolf and then double blocking with my 1/1 and 3/2 on the Seeker's Chariot, and then maybe using the Infernal Grasp on the Hydra. That leaves 3 2/2s out there. Actually, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do this because they get to put a 1/1 counter on something, right? So we'll see what they end up doing. Let's see. They tap the cats. Okay. Wasn't sure if they're going to tap the cats or the Hydra there. They tap the cats. They swing in. Let's see where they put the 1/1 counter. That's going to determine everything here. So they copy the wolf and they put the 1/1 counter on what? Another wolf. Okay, perfect. All right. So blow up and create a spirit. Blow you up, create a spirit. And we use the Vanishing Verse or the Infernal Grasp on the Hydra. I think we're going to use the Infernal Grasp while we still have life. All right. And their 1/1 goes there. We double block here. All right, we're looking pretty good. So we're taking 3 here, not ideal. And we already took 2 from our own Infernal Grasp, but we have Vanishing Verse and a couple Starnheims. Angels. They still have that clue sitting out there, though, which is pretty nice for them. It's a good top deck. That is a very good top deck. Say go. Vanishing Verse probably going to be on the Ranger class here, especially if they try to pump mana into it. But instead they drop a creature. That's a really good target for the Vanishing Verse, so I'll take that instead. Another land. You'd love to see that. All right, Troll's gone forever. I'm glad that's the case because those can come back and I hate that. All right, let's go ahead and get, let's see, 3 Angels. Here's where the game swings over into our favor and we start taking over and we start winning the game. Some Angels here. They're going to pump the Ranger class, which is really, it's a really good tool, honestly. It's a good mana sink, but they are, when they do that, you know, they're very desperate. So this has been a long game. Holy cow. I hope this video is not too long. All right. All right, let's get in there and see what happens here. You have 1 card in hand. Can't imagine it's anything that can stop this. Let's see if we can just close it out. Just end this game here real quick. Yeah. Good game, my friend. Mono green. Best deck in the meta, I think, right now. We actually did pretty good against it. Not too shabby. All right, let's wrap it up with some final thoughts. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed the gameplay footage. I know this might be a little bit of a longer video than usual, but the gameplay was so much fun. I had to show all of it. We had a lot of really good matchups too. So, some of these matchups being, you know, with the mono greens and a couple of meta decks in there. It felt nice to get a full range of play styles in here, and obviously performed really well for me. I know though, you know, when playing a deck like this, you know, it's not exactly going to be a huge meta destroyer. There are some decks that I've made in the past, like our Soul Tie list recently. I think it was our last video that we posted out. That deck feels amazing, right? When I'm playing it, it feels like I can't really lose with it. It feels really solid. It feels like almost like when you're playing it, some things really have to go wrong for you to lose. With this deck, I feel like it's a little shaky. I feel like if things line up really well, you're in a really good spot, and it has answers to a lot of things. But without the access to blue and being able to dig through your deck late game, it feels like we could run out of value, you know, and I have a feeling it will happen at some point, but it's still a very good deck. I think it could be improved upon, and it can continue to grow. I personally think that a lot of these cards work really well together. So as far as cutting things go, that's going to be a tricky one for me. You could actually cut all the Velomachus lore holds, and you can kind of go maybe more like a Planeswalker route to try to win the game. You can actually go with the Archduke, because the Archduke is a Planeswalker that gives haste to things, right? And so with the Archduke, you can give haste to all your little critters and make them bigger. We have a bunch of token generation in here, so the Archduke could be pretty sweet. You also have things like Lolth, or even have things like Professor Onyx. We run so many spells that Professor Onyx could be a really good top end. So you can kind of like pick and choose your poison on how you want to finish out a game. I just think Velomachus Lorehold right now is a really good answer to a lot of the things that go on right now. And the fact that it has haste and hits hard, you don't really need it to be on the battlefield that long for it to, you know, get its money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like with another Planeswalker like Onyx or something, there's a lot of setup to it, and then you slowly gain life and, you know, deal life. But anyways, I'm kind of ranting on about this a little too long, but if you guys have any ideas, as always, share your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on how to make this deck better. But yeah, as always, man, I really appreciate every single one of you who've made it this far into the video. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me that you guys stayed this long, because it means the YouTube algorithm's going to see that. They're going to like that. They're going to push my videos out to more people, and we could definitely use it. And if you have any friends that would, you know, enjoy Magic, please share the video with them as well. I'd really appreciate that. You know, share on your socials. That'd be awesome. We got to spread the word on the channel. We got to try to get to the 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'd really, really love it if that happened. And lastly, before we finally end the video in completion, to the Mardu mob, man, I'm gonna throw up the new Mardu mob. I'm trying to make this a thing, you know what I'm saying? The Mardu mob, I appreciate you guys so much, so much. You guys are very, very special to me, and I appreciate all the support you guys give the channel, you know, being members on the channel, and just, you know, helping the channel grow financially and become an actual job for me. And you know, I really appreciate all the love and support you guys give me all the time. The Mardu Mob shows, you know, tremendous support, not just, you know, financially, but also through the comments. You guys are just the most supportive people, and I really can't thank you enough for everything you do for me. So with that being said, guys, we're going to sign off here, and we'll see you guys back here on Wednesday for the next video, as well as a live stream. So turn on the notifications so you don't miss out, guys. We'll see you next time. Till then, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.